Joe Budden and Gillie the Kid is beefing in the first, I guess, real podcast beef ever, right? So they're beefing because of Charlamagne the God. And now I believe that Charlamagne the God is a mastermind and he knew exactly what he was doing when he was going on $1 million worth of game. I believe this was the plan all along, to get Joe and Gillie to beef. Now, when Charlamagne the God went on the $1 million worth of game Gillie podcast, he brought up the Complex list. Now, the Complex list listed Joe Budden as the #1 hip-hop media personality, act #2. I believe Charlamagne was #3, and then $1 million worth of game was #4 or 5, I believe. Now, Charlamagne is clearly unhappy about this list because he refused to speak about it on the Breakfast Club or anywhere else, but he brought it up specifically on $1 million worth of game because he knew what he was doing. He wanted the conversation to gear towards Joe Budden's slander. Here's the latter half of that conversation and the snippet that pissed off Joe Budden.
Gillie and Wallo are doing very well.
They're doing okay out there.
That's the type of shit I like.
Let me tell you something.
We try to change the game for everybody.
Hold on. Let me tell you something, Envy. I don't give a fuck about no list, Envy. You hear me? Because you know why? And I ain't taking no shots. I'm just telling the truth. Don't compare us to nobody that ain't stopping in the middle of the podcast and saying, this episode is brought to you by Omega.
Joe responded back to that clip about a week ago. But his response didn't really go viral outside of his community because he didn't say any names. Well, today the internet detectives put the pieces together from a very specific part of Joe's response, kind of like catching Joe in 4K sneak dissing Gillie, and that's when all hell broke loose.
I turn the fuck up when I'm feeling good in here.
Somebody lied,
I don't want to hear none of that money talk from you niggas. Your headboard is covering a very small window in your primary bedroom. I can tell it's not like that. Stop fucking playing with me here. Let's go.
Joe Budden is a different type of petty because the Gillie headboard or window was not a running joke on the internet. That's something that Joe Budden introduced to the conversation. So that means that Joe Budden had to watch Gillie so closely enough that he recognized or paid attention to that man's bedroom furniture, that man's headboard, that man's bed, and then the window above the headboard, bro. That's how closely Joe was watching Gillie. It feels like Joe was probably preparing for this, bro. It feels like Joe knew that when Gillie and Wallo was starting to skyrocket, that they would probably diss him in the process. Well, Gillie got wind of that clip and, well, Gillie wasn't having it. So Gillie responded back on Twitter. Gillie took to Twitter to say, after the washed up rap career in and out, all the rehabs, all the beating on hoes, now you want a podcast beef? I'll beef when you start getting some ad money. Ha! Got him. Joe responded back, you selling out here for cheap. Watch your mouth when you speak to or of me. Bruh, in the words of Umar Johnson, man, it must be Negroes. This is the work of some Negroes, man. Bruh, when was this a thing? Flexing ad money? Bruh, ninjas turn the podcast game to rap, bruh. Bruh, this is absurd. Bruh, can you imagine Joe Rogan beefing with another quote-unquote podcaster and bringing up his ad money? Bruh, that's some Negro-ish. Yo, how come, right, that niggas just can't get money? That niggas, bro, just get money in silence. It's always us, right? Once we start to climb, we go out of our way to shit on people and make them know, listen, I'm better than you. It's only us. Joe Rogan ain't doing this. Bro, Joe Rogan ain't flexing $100 million he got. He's not at all. But for some reason, like, we have this need and this yearning whenever we're on our way up, like whenever we are getting some money. We just have this urge, like this tick to like flex. To flex. Bro, I can't even blame Joe, bro, because I've been seeing Gillie and Wallo say the same thing everywhere they go, bro. Add money this, add money that, add money this. Yeah, bro, we get it like you're rich. But you're also a dope podcaster. I think you should flex being a dope podcaster more than flexing you got ad money everywhere you go, bro. Man, bro, even showing like Charlamagne the guy, like, y'all contracts, it screams like validation, bro. It screams like you guys want to be accepted and validated. Bro, you already made it. I don't understand it at all. You feel me? But in this situation, bro, I'd probably side with Joe, man. Like, if I'm minding my business, man, doing me, bro, don't let nobody come to your platform and try to gaslight you to come for me, because I'm going to come for you, not them. All right? Let me know in the comment section what y'all think about this, right? Whose side you guys on? Joe Budden or Gillie and Wallo, right? It's your boy, Porter Flacco. I'm out of here, folks. Peace.